Hello everyone, welcome to Art Fact Study. I am Nandini. In this session, we are learnt about the formation of lakes, various types of lakes, importance of lakes and importance of river. So before starting today's lesson, please like and subscribe my channel and press bell icon for new updates. Previously, we read about rivers. Like rivers, lakes are also important water body of Earth's surface. It plays a major role in various sectors. Okay, so what is lake? What is the importance of lake? What is the significance of lake? Today we're gonna discuss about these things. Lake is a water body that is surrounded by lands. Here it is a picture and it is clearly showing that. Okay, so lakes are inland depression and relatively large body of slowly moving or standing water. Here inland means interior of a country. Okay, and depression means lowland or a hollow place. Okay, and it is a large body, relatively large body of slowly moving or standing water. Okay, we all see pond in our locality. Usually it is very tiny or small. But lakes is the same concept of pond, but it is many times larger. Okay, lakes can be very large or small, or it may be medium in size. Lakes which are so big is called seas, which is an inland water body, which are covered by land. So, the example of this sea is Caspian Sea, which is situated in the junction of Europe and Asia. It is the world's largest lake. Okay, so it is called sea, Caspian Sea. Okay, now coming to this slide, types of lake. Lakes can be classified as two types: freshwater lake and saltwater lake. Okay, so which is freshwater lake? It is a water body with no salinity in this lake. So this is a freshwater lake. And saltwater lake, the water of the lake is saline in nature. Okay, now freshwater lake can be divided into two types: artificial lake or reservoir and natural lake. Artificial lake means man-made lake. Okay, and natural lake means which lakes is created by natural processes. So natural lake can be divided into many types, which are glacial lake, tectonic lake, crater lake or volcanic lake, and oxbow lake, and lastly the lagoon. Okay, so saltwater lake can be natural, should be natural. Saltwater lake is usually natural lake. Okay, now we are discussing about freshwater lake. Okay, so it is a water body with no salinity. This lake feed by river water, maybe glacial water, maybe ice melted water, rainfall water, etc. Okay, so at first we are discussing about artificial lake or reservoir. Artificial lake or man-made lake, or you can say reservoir. Many of you traveled in dam, barrages or reservoir. It is this kind of reservoir or artificial lake. The example of artificial lake are Guru Gobind Sagar, which is under the Bhakra Nangal project. It is situated in Himachal Pradesh. So it is the location. Another is Sardar Sarovar Lake in Gujarat, and it is the picture of Guru Gobind Sagar Lake. And Nagarjun Sagar Dam in Andhra Pradesh, it is the location of Nagarjun Sagar, which is situated in Andhra Pradesh. Okay, so going to the next slide. Here we will read about some name of freshwater lake and saltwater lake. Mainly we will discuss about the natural lakes which are formed by natural processes. Okay, so what are the processes? Mainly geomorphic processes, which mean the processes which are responsible formation of earth's surface. Okay, so this is called geomorphic process. This process mainly classified into two types: endogenetic process and exogenetic process. Now what is endogenetic processes? That means the processes that are caused by the forces from within the earth. Suppose it is the earth, and which forces are created inside the earth, it is the endogenetic processes. The example of endogenetic processes are tectonic activity, okay, earthquakes, volcanic activity, sorry, it's a spelling mistake, volcanic activity. So these are the examples of inside of the earth's activity. Okay, now exogenetic process, which means the activity include the processes or forces of earth's surface. Okay, forces from above the earth's surface which created the changes of landscape or landforms. These are the exogenetic process. Which are the example of exogenetic processes? That are river, glaciers, winds, okay, etc. Now we will learn about the major types of natural lakes. At first, glacial lakes. Now what is glacial lake? Glacial lake are formed by glacial activity or glacial erosion which leads to depression, and when such depression is filled up with water, this kind of lake is called glacial lake. Most of the lakes in Himalayan region are glacial lake, okay, because the Himalayan region are the glacial region. So the example of glacial lake is Dal Lake, which is a freshwater lake. So this is the location of Dal Lake in the Jammu and Kashmir, and this is the picture of Dal Lake. Okay, now the tectonic lakes. We know our earth is consist of some plates which are floating over the asthenosphere and they are moving. So due to this kind of movement, faulting and volcanism or such kind of phenomena occur. This kind of activity sometimes created depression on earth crust, and this type of lake formation is under the tectonic lakes. Okay, so Ular Lake is an example of tectonic lake, and this is the largest freshwater lake in India, and this is the freshwater lake. Okay, so it is the location of Ular Lake, and this is the beautiful picture of Ular Lake. Okay, now the volcanic lake, or you can be said crater lake. So how can a volcanic lake or crater lake formed? It is created by fall of meteor and that create depression. It is a crater lake. And volcanic lake, when a volcanic eruption formed, but now it is extinct or took place many years ago, such depression which is called caldera, when it is filled with water, this is called volcanic lake. A very good example of crater lake is the crater lake in Oregon, that is in USA. Okay, and Lonar Lake in Maharashtra, it is an example of crater lake, which is created by fall of meteor. Okay, so Lonar Lake, it is the location of Lonar Lake, and Lonar Lake here in the bottom, the picture of bottom side is Lonar Lake, picture of Lonar Lake, and Crater Lake in Oregon, USA, that is the upper picture. So this is the very beautiful pictures of lake. Now Oxbow Lake. Okay, so what is Oxbow Lake? How can it formed? When we will read about the landforms of river, then we can find Oxbow Lake. Okay, so this is this kind of lake is Oxbow Lake. It is generally formed when a river cuts through a meander neck. It caused the old channel looks like isolated one, and here the Oxbow Lake is formed. A very good example of Oxbow Lake is Kanwar Lake in Bihar. So it is the Kanwar Lake, which is situated in Bihar, and it is the picture of Kanwar Lake, and you can see this is the very nicely formed. Okay, so and it is a freshwater lake. Okay, now lagoon. What is lagoon? If you ever go to coastal area, you can find coastal lagoon. When a ocean or sea erode the sand of its adjacent land, then there is a formation of low-lying area. The seawater enters from it, and the sand creates a bar of it, and the water body is separated from main ocean. It is coastal lagoon. Okay, so the very good example of lake is Chilka Lake. Many of you visit this lake. Pulikat Lake, Kolleru Lake, etc. are the examples of lagoon, and they are the saltwater lake because these are formed by oceanic activity, or yes, these formed by the oceanic activity. So this is the saltwater lake. Okay, so this is the location of Chilka Lake in Odisha, and this is the picture of Chilka Lake, and this is Pulikat Lake, which is situated in the Andhra Pradesh. Okay, now the Loktak Lake, which is a freshwater lake. It is the largest freshwater lake in northeastern India. Okay, so here the Loktak Lake, it is situated in Manipur. It is a very beautiful lake. It is the picture of here is the picture of Loktak Lake. Okay, so now the Samba Lake in Rajasthan, which is a saltwater lake. Okay, so this is the Samba Lake, which is situated in Rajasthan, and it is the picture of Samba Lake. Okay, so it is Samba Lake is very extensive saline water, and its water is used for producing salt, which we will see in this picture. Okay, now lastly Pangong Lake, which is a saltwater lake, saltwater inland lake, and it is the example of saltwater lake. Okay, what is the importance of lake? Lakes are a great value to human beings. During the heavy rainfall, lakes prevents flooding of any region. During the dry season, the lake helps to maintain an even flow of water, and it supplies water to the adjacent area. Lakes can be also used for developing hydel power. They moderate the climate of surroundings and maintain the aquatic ecosystem, which is very very important, enhance natural beauty, and it helps to develop tourism and provide recreation. Lakes can provide us with prime opportunity for recreation of tourism, and it also helps to replenish groundwater. Importance of river. Water from the river is a basic natural resource essential for various human activities. Therefore, the river banks have attracted settlers from ancient time. These settlements have now become big cities. Okay. So, what are the importance of river? Now, water used for agriculture and industry. It is used for drinking, and river is used for transportation. Food security, which means the for example fish is a food source. River create recreation, and it is provides tourism. River system is useful for mineral extraction, and it is very important for animal, plant and aquatic habitat. Now, river pollution. Water is very here in this slide at the right side we found a picture of a river which is polluted. Okay, so water is very important natural resource in our earth, and it is an essential resource for living beings, and it is a crucial to all social and economic development. But in recent decades the rivers are polluted significantly. It is a worldwide problem affecting our environment. Okay, now the central government started the Ganga Action Plan or GAP for protecting the river from pollution. It is initiated in 1985, which is phase 1. Later in the program expanded and included major rivers of the country in 1995 under the new scheme of National River Conservation Plan NRCP. Okay, and the Ganga Action Plan phase 2 has been merged with NRCP for cleaning of the river.